Hello, I'm your host, Giselle Gamby, and this is the Intuitive Pull Podcast, where together we'll embrace the plans we did not make yet, unfold businesses and lives that are so much greater in wealth in all ways than any business or life plan could ever achieve. My wish is that you make intuition your most trusted advisor. So buckle up, get present, and let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, dear listeners, and a special welcome to the Catalysts, the people that I coach who are on retreat this week. I am recording this meditation specifically for them as we go on retreat. And of course, I get to also generously share part of the journey with our loyal and new listeners on the Intuitive Pull podcast. So welcome to everybody. A little bit of background. We have a retreat coming up on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week, the 25th to the 27th of May for current clients. And the theme of the retreat is Super Presence, which is an episode that I recorded a few weeks ago. So I encourage you to listen to that episode, possibly even before you participate in this meditation. A reminder what super presence is. It's a supercharged state of presence that is the consequence of going on a journey that we're about to go on through this meditation. Again, I speak to the pieces that create that supercharged presence on episode 32. So enjoy this meditation. So when you're ready, closing your eyes and taking a moment to relax your body, to find your body's most rested position. And taking a couple of very deep breaths in, right down to your lower belly. And as you exhale, consciously have your body rest even more. You may even on the breath out, exhale like this. That real letting go. That real letting go. Act of letting go. And being here in this moment. Just for you. Allowing the day's proceedings before and after this meditation to take their place. They don't need to be part of this experience right now. Let's go to your emotional state. I'd like you to go inside your body and get present to what emotions are there right now. What emotions? What are you feeling right now? And allowing yourself to feel those emotions. Such a beautiful way. It's like the entry door to a state of presence when we give ourselves the space to acknowledge how we're feeling and to feel those feelings. If I don't feel the feelings, I know that I have just bypassed the opportunity to become deeply present. So feel those feelings. So in this meditation, we're going to integrate the learnings that that you possibly had if you listened to episode 32, Super Presence. And we're going to integrate those learnings by going on a little journey. And that journey will consist of me asking you some questions. The best way to be with these questions is that you choose to not try at all. There is no need to try to figure out. In fact, if you try and work it out with the mind, that is the antithesis of the purpose of this meditation. Allow your greater mind, the mind that is beyond the rational mind, that is connected to all throughout time and space, that is connected to all throughout this time, this particular moment, and this particular space. And as I say that out loud, I feel that we are very supported in the energetic realm, that we have a lot of love being showered here, a lot of love from the multidimensional realm. It's like they're our cheer squad, wanting you to really see the magnificence of you, wanting you to be free and clear and surrendered and powerful. So here we go on this journey as I ask you some questions. Allow the greater mind, your greater mind, and that multidimensional support that we have here showering us to show you the most valuable information possible today. So we're going to start with a question around addictions, attachments, and habits. Those habits can include behavioral habits and also thinking habits, what we think about habitually, what we're attached to habitually, and possibly even addicted to habitually. So what addictions, attachments, and habits are now ready to be freed? Go to those places that you'd prefer not to. What addictions, attachments, and habits are now ready to be freed, even if you don't know how that will happen? What are the lies or the white lies you've been telling yourself about these addictions, attachments, and habits? Where have you been fooling yourself? Where have you been in denial, dishonest with yourself? And what's been the consequence of those addictions, attachments, and habits on you, on the people around you, your loved ones, those in your leadership? The greater community? This is a time to become radically honest, as uncomfortable as it might feel. But without that honesty, we're not able to own up. And without the ability to own up, we have no capacity to change. What has been the consequence? Let's move on to another point, that when we receive the answer, it supercharges our state of presence. And this is an interesting question. Where does your ego not stand a chance, despite having fears and uncertainty? Where does your ego not stand a chance, despite having fears and uncertainty? And why is this the case? What is therefore inevitable? Because the truth is that your ego does not stand a chance, despite having fears and uncertainty. What is therefore inevitable? This meditation has the power to change your life. That needed to be said. So front up fully here in this meditation as you answer these questions. So let's go to another question. Where does shame, pride, and resignation live in your life? Where does shame, pride, and resignation live in your life? And what has been the consequence of that shame, pride, or resignation? What has been the consequence? And if you blessed this situation with acceptance rather than shame, pride, and resignation, if you blessed this situation with acceptance, what might you feel and see? Again, this meditation has the power to change your life because this meditation is energetically founded in the miraculous. As I've shared before, a miracle is defined as a shift in perception from fear to love. And this is what is embedded in this meditation. If you bless this situation with acceptance, instead of shame, pride, and resignation, what might you feel and see? And take that into your heart as we go to the next question. Despite the doubts that you might have, who are you that makes inevitable results that matter the most to you? Despite the doubts that you may have, who are you that makes inevitable results that matter the most to you? And here I really want you to define the penetrative nature of who you have defined yourself here. I really want you to define the penetrative nature of who you are defining yourself here. That makes inevitable results that matter the most to you. The penetrative nature of who you are. And so that you really get it, what can you unequivocally now own about the power of who you are? What can you unequivocally own about the power of who you are? Again, take that into your heart as we move on to the next question. What are you more attached to than what you've been saying you've committed to? What are you more attached to than what you've been saying you're committed to? If we don't have what we've asked for, we've actually been asking for something else. We've actually been choosing something else unconsciously. Sometimes it's a timing thing, where things need to unfold to have what we've asked for. And sometimes we are more attached to something else than the thing that we've been saying that we've been committed to. So what are you more attached to than what you've been saying you've been committed to? And what has been the consequence of that to date? Sometimes simply acknowledging the answer is enough to shift your reality. And sometimes it's also important to see, what if love could instead be the driver here? What would that look like? What if love could instead be the driver here? The driver of your commitment. What would that look like? Who would come into your life to support you in what you've committed to, or what would come into your life to support you in what you've committed to? What would you allow yourself to receive to support you in what you've committed to? Let's move on to the next question. Again, keeping in your heart what you've just received. In fact, noticing how you're feeling right now. How are you feeling right now? Also acknowledging that some questions will speak more than other questions. And so trusting that you will be focused on and remember and be with, from the whole of you, the questions that have called you. And the questions that haven't called you, we can leave them alone. So where does peace not exist in your life? And what is present instead of peace? Where does peace not exist in your life? And what is present instead of peace? And then look at what the cause of this lack of peace is. What is the cause? I feel as I ask you these questions here right now, I feel that I'm not to give you too much time, because the answers are available to you quickly. They're obvious. So what is the cause of this lack of peace? And a very, very beautiful question. Who are you to become that in the becoming is inherently peaceful? Who are you to become that in the becoming is inherently peaceful? Be with that. It's such a beautiful question. That in the becoming is inherently peaceful. This is about natural ability, natural capacity. There is no trying here, no efforting, no needing to learn how to be this. This is who you are already, but more than likely have forgotten. And in the returning home to this, in the becoming of this, is inherent peacefulness. Really open your heart here. Really open your heart. And perhaps with a little smile on your face, we move on to the next question. And perhaps keep that smile on your face as you are with this question. What is unfolding in your life that has you be in reverence, appreciation, wonder, and awe? With a smile on your face, what is unfolding in your life that has you be in reverence, appreciation, wonder, and awe? And as you are with this question with a smile on your face, perhaps you might even see what you haven't yet appreciated about what is here and what is unfolding. With a smile on your face, we continue to answer the final questions. And possibly the previous question will inform this last one. Again, this is a question that always puts a smile on my face, very much so. And so I share this question with joy. Where do you believe that you never belonged, but in truth always did? Where do you believe that you never belonged, but in truth always, always did? It was your home. And to help you answer that question, here are some more questions. Who did you define yourself as that kept you separate from coming home to this place of natural belonging? Who did you define yourself as that kept you separate from coming home to this place of natural belonging? And equally, who did you not define yourself as that kept you separate from coming home to this place of natural belonging? Allow your feeling state, your emotional state to be present here as you answer this question. Allow yourself to feel the feelings. that a part of answering the question, where do you believe that you never belonged, but in truth always did? Allow yourself to feel those feelings. Allow yourself to feel the feelings that come when you answer the question, who did you define yourself as that kept you separate from coming home to this place of natural belonging? And who did you not define yourself as that kept you separate from coming home to this place of natural belonging? Feel the feelings. And can you see the irony here? There's great irony. And so now we're coming to the completion of this meditation that's here to supercharge your presence. So a moment of appreciation for having taken that journey. A moment of appreciation for being present to which questions pulled you towards them, and for what you saw. A moment of appreciation for this journey home and the inherent peace that is always here when we return home to who we really are. And as we complete this meditation, my final questions to you are, what have you now decided? What have you now decided to be, to do, to allow, to receive? What have you decided? What have you decided from this place of ownership, awareness, and the choice to be free? What have you decided? And what super actions are you called to take? What super actions are you therefore called to take from that place of decision? And what will be catalyzed by you taking these super actions from a place of surrender always, and letting go of control and faith and bravery at times as well? What will be catalyzed? What are the ripples of infinite impact, ROII, that will be catalyzed through you? That will be catalyzed through this deeper sense of who you are and leadership. And so now we're at the end of the meditation. I'm going to ask you to become present with your body. It was a deep, deep meditation. I'll ask you to wiggle your fingers and toes to become aware of the space that you're in and the time and place. To take a big, deep, energizing breath in and out, and yawning and stretching. And thank you for taking the journey with me. To the catalysts, I look forward to hearing you about your awareness and what has shifted and transformed, the super actions you've taken. And to the Intuitive Pool listeners, it's the same. I always look forward to your messages. And there are different ways to contact me, and they're in the show notes. So please reach out to me and let me know how this particular episode meditation has impacted you. I will be recording another meditation, which is a follow-on meditation from this one, entitled Your Greatness Launched. Your greatness launched. Your greatness launched. So please watch out for that meditation. It is a powerful one to be with, following on from where you've just been. Have an amazing day. Ciao, ciao. Thanks so much for being with me on that meditation. Before I go, I want to give a shout out to a wonderful, wonderful woman who I've met now in the flesh. We've had this relationship online, and just last Monday I visited her. Her name is Misha Frankel. She is an incredible reflexologist, and she was kind enough to gift me with the most luscious experience. And so I just wanted to shout out to Misha Frankel and to anyone who lives in Sydney who wants just the most luscious, relaxing experience. I will absolutely be giving myself a regular session with Misha. I'm going to put her notes, I beg your pardon, I'm going to put her details in the show notes. So if you live in Sydney, it is definitely a face-to-face. It's an experience, a real physical experience. And if you just really want to treat yourself, and I felt like I had an energetic tune-up. That's what it felt like. I had an energetic tune-up. I can't recommend Misha highly enough. She is full of integrity and the most beautiful woman, the most beautiful heart, who is extraordinarily capable in the reflexology department. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.